Welcome to the Sisters Like Us podcast. I'm Lakin.
And I'm Allie, and we're here to share our perspectives as sisters from two different generations.
So grab a glass of wine
or a bottle,
and let's dive in.
Cheers! Welcome to episode 17. This glass is so full because Allie decided we needed to finish the bottle.
If you're watching on YouTube, you might notice that this is the fourth time we're in these outfits.
So we're enjoying ourselves.
Anyways.
Whoa. And it's a different wine in my glass than it was before. We thought it would be fun to just do a fun episode. We've been filming about topics all day, and we thought, let's just do something kind of fun and silly. So if you've ever been to a wedding shower, or honestly, my husband and I did it at our baby shower, where you ask a question like, who is more likely to blank, or who is the more blank? And then they raise the shoe of the other person. Well, obviously we're on a podcast, so we're not going to raise our shoes or point at each other. We're going to say the other person's name, whether we're going to say you or me.
Should we just leave some space and then just say one of our names?
No, I think we should react as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Because I think that's more fun.
Okay, fun.
But the question is, are we going to say Lakin or Allie, or are we going to say you or me?
Lakin or Allie, to make it easier for
the people listening.
Yeah.
Okay. So Allie has the questions pulled up on her phone. My phone was dead. So she has pulled up, it is from the Knot website, and it has a bunch of questions. Some of them we're going to skip, because some of them I was browsing earlier are very couple.
Yeah, who was the crazier family? Babe, we both have the same family and both. So let's start with, who is the sappy one?
Me.
Oh,
sorry. I already messed up.
Should we 3, 2, 1 it, or should we just
Well,
let's do 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Because it might be annoying, sorry guys, but I feel like it's going to be easier because otherwise, whatever.
And I already forgot that we were saying Lakin versus Allie.
But also I would have said Lakin.
Okay.
So.
Okay,
yes.
So me, I am the sappier one. Some of them I feel like we can add color and commentary.
This one, I feel like we're fine.
Yes. Also, that was true before I was a mom too.
Who would survive longer on a deserted island? 3, 2, 1.
Lakin.
Yeah, because Lakin has more brain cells.
Sorry, Al.
I said your name too, it's fine. Who is more likely to fall asleep in front of the TV? 3, 2, 1.
Lakin.
It's me. And you can see I'm my mouth is open with my eyes closed. But Lila gets that from her because I've seen Lila with her mouth open and her eyes closed. Who is most likely to cry at a movie? 3, 2, 1.
Lakin.
Okay.
That's the same thing as sappy, I feel like.
Okay. Who is more likely to talk their way out of a speeding ticket? 3, 2, 1.
Allie. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I low-key have. Who is better at keeping secrets? 3, 2, 1.
Lakin?
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I feel like neither of us are great at
But
that.
I have a big mouth.
Yeah, every Gemini little meme you sent me on Instagram is about the inability to keep secrets, so.
Who's more likely to spend all their money at Target? 3, 2, 1.
Mom?
So Lakin or Allie not applying this. It's either both or mom. Who buys the best gifts? 3, 2, 1.
Lakin.
Lakin, I have memories because Lakin personalizes how she does her to and from. And you used to do to my Anna from your Elsa, and because Frozen, obviously. It's funny because I'm blonder now and you're have red hair, but
Yeah, from a hair color we're the other way around, but from a personality, older sister, younger sister.
My life. So
I will say I don't get full credit for that. I actually got that from my stepmom. She is the one who started that in my life.
Queen Sue,
and I stole that from her.
Oh,
if you look at the gifts under our tree right now from Sue and my dad.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yes. They have different names, and she started that in our lives, and I stole that from her, and I love it.
Lakin's always been such a great gift giver. I would always be so when Lakin had me for Secret Santa, it was this is the best year of my freaking life. Anyways.
And it's just getting bigger. We have added our future sister-in-law to our sibling Secret Santa now. So we're just adding more and more people to it. Okay. So far, we haven't disagreed on any.
Yeah. Who is more of a clean freak? 3, 2, 1.
Allie? Yeah.
When I was younger, I cared less about the cleanliness of my room, but you will never see my room not clean. I couldn't function.
So one of the things Mom and I have talked about before is the difference between cleanliness and messiness. So when you say clean, do you mean picked up and not messy, or do you mean clean, like no dust and like clean?
I mean, every day is picked up and clean, and once a week it is dusted and wiped down.
Consistently every week?
Every week, once a week.
That's amazing.
And laundry once a week.
That's amazing. So I am very tidy. I like things to be picked up and tidy.
It's like, I describe that as like clean messy. Do you know what I mean? But like also how I used to be before I started like cleaning like once a week was that as long as I knew where everything was, like that was clean to me. But now I organize every drawer to a T.
But see, I like things to be organized and tidy, but are things necessarily clean in the sense that they've been wiped down and vacuumed? And
I've gotten more into that because of, but I would classify myself as fairly clean.
No, that's why I said you, because I definitely think you are more that than I am. And if you ask my husband, I like things to be tidy and picked up, but I am not as concerned about them being quote unquote clean. Uh-oh, what's that face for? What's next?
Who's the first to apologize? 3, 2, 1.
Lincoln.
Allie.
Oh!
The reason why I say this is like I feel like since you were older, like I was like more like scared of you.
So you would say sorry first?
Yeah.
So my brain immediately went to other people.
Pleaser too.
Not to each other. Mine went to other people.
That's fair. It's still me, for me.
You think so?
I don't know. Like, cause like I say sorry when I touch someone. I say sorry every 5 seconds.
I guess I mean a true apology.
Who's more likely to be late? 3, 2, 1.
Allie.
I'm
never. Okay, fine. Neither is more likely.
If I'm on time, I'm late.
That's fair. We're both on time people. Okay, neither.
I'm so sorry, but people who are not on time, no offense to anyone who is more of a later person, I can't handle it.
There's a difference between it being a one-off thing, like, oh my gosh, this happened and I was late. Yeah. And the people who are chronically late, no.
When there's a specific start to something, for example, 6 o'clock, 5:45 is when it starts. It is not 6 o'clock. 5:45, 15 minutes early, always.
It also depends, I think, on where you live and how you're getting there. Do you need to add in a buffer? Add it. Don't automatically assume it's going to take you that long.
And I'll learn this, and it comes through with my job, like always adding a little extra 15 minutes buffer time in my wedding planning timeline. Who's the pickier eater? 3, 2, 1.
Allie.
Yeah. I've become way more picky like in the past couple of years.
Well, Allie looks for more questions. I guess I thought this episode, when I came up with this idea, was more about the like conflict of like not fighting, but discussing who was more one or the other. Because when my husband and I did this at our baby shower, it was more like, oh no, I am this, you are this. But honestly, I think it's also about you getting to know us. Even if Allie and I have the same answer, because we know who is more likely to XYZ, it's you getting to know who is more likely. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the topic's still fun.
Well, okay, so the list that I found, I feel like is a little bit of kind of what we were doing, but also some like what questions so that we can like kind of maybe talk about them. So like a fun question would be like, what's your funniest memory you have with each other?
Oh, okay.
Like what would come from your end?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know.
I know. I feel like this is something I have to prepare for, but like I'm trying to think.
No, that question is too hard. There's no way I can come up with that one on the fly.
Who's more likely to have had imaginary friends as a child? 3, 2, 1.
Allie?
Yeah, I did. Anyways.
I mean, I also had an imaginary friend, but I feel like the question was who's more likely, and it's you.
Yeah. Who gives the best relationship advice? 3, 2, 1.
Mom?
Mom is not included!
I've tried to give Mom twice this game.
I feel like I have like good advice for like only having one relationship.
I feel like that's fair. I feel like...
But I do go to you and Mom for all of my...
Sure, but among your friends, you feel like you're probably the best. Yeah, that's fair.
Who do you admire the most in our family and why?
Is it cheesy to say Mom? Is it like...
No.
I don't know that we've really ever talked on an episode. I don't know that we ever will, unless she decides that it's something she wants to talk about. But Mom had a tough childhood.
Yeah.
Mom had a tough upbringing. She actually talked about it a little bit on the YouTube video I did with her. And so when I think about somebody that I admire from where she started to where she is now, it's Mom.
Yeah.
So.
No, I would definitely agree. I think we're very lucky to have her as a mother figure because she's not only our mom, but like very clearly like someone who's we're really close with. She's our best friend. Like we go to her about anything, and we've said before, like when we say everything, we mean everything. But I also like I admire you a lot, and I don't want to get you emotional, but like I also like have like I've said since the first episode, like I've always looked up to you as like a person that I want to be.
Stop it.
So
guys, I think we need to stop this episode.
No, I don't want to.
She's trying to make me cry.
We'll stop. What's your favorite family tradition or celebration?
Oh, jeez. I feel like our family is not one that I would say has a bunch of like traditions that we do the same all the time. But something that I love about our family and that we do is when we play games. Like I love that we play games, and for the most part, everybody likes to play games and we have fun.
Yeah.
And there's certain people that will be like, I don't want to play this certain game. But for the most part, we have a good time.
I think my favorite tradition, which is a new tradition, is the cocktail competition because it's so fun, which we've talked about a little bit. We all love to like drink, have a good time, so like it's fun to like create a little cocktail, but
it allows for some creativity, and we'll see what happens this year.
Have you noticed a weird habit that your sister has?
Well, from editing these episodes and not in these, you play with your hair a lot.
I will say I think it's more of an anxiety tick.
That's fair.
Which I think episode idea is mental health. I think that would be a great topic to talk about. So don't worry, it's coming. I think it is definitely an anxiety tick. I'm definitely on like the mend of getting through the stuff that I'm going through, so I feel like it's happened a little bit less. But yes, I do play with my hair a lot. That's always been a thing, though. It's not just an anxiety thing. That's new. Like I've always played with my hair a lot. Or like my rings, or like whatever I tick with. Weird habit? I don't know if is it weird? Maybe I haven't noticed. Like,
I don't know if it's a weird habit, but I just like something I noticed while editing the episodes.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if there's any weird habits I really noticed from you.
Not since I stopped biting my nails.
Yeah, no, yeah, you definitely.
That was bad when you were young, and
Yeah, but I don't remember anything specific that's like weird that has stood out to me.
Not that biting your nails.
Did I just say stood out to me? I just said standed. Who's the better driver? 3, 2, 1.
Allie. Yeah.
I drive a lot more, and because a lot of my friends were younger, I drove them around a lot. But for some reason, like my friends like to tell me I'm a bad driver, and it's like, guys, I literally have been driving literally everyone under the sun since I was 15.
I just don't like driving. I don't like it. And so I will always opt to be not the driver.
And I always opt to be the driver.
Yes.
I enjoy driving.
Especially since we've moved here. Also, my comparison of you being a driver is not necessarily compared to me, but it's compared to
how much I drive.
But compared to the other people that drive me, which are mom or our stepdad, and you are better than them, so.
Who is the more competitive sibling? 3, 2, 1.
Lakin.
And this is interesting because we are a very competitive family.
Everybody in our family is competitive.
And I'm competitive outside of the family, but I feel like I was always competitive when I was younger. And then I kind of have just gotten to the point where it's like, I can't even.
Within the family, you're on the lower end of the competitiveness.
Guys, I wasn't even included in the family flag football. I wasn't even considered when I played a sport. Moving on.
Sorry.
Who is the more patient sister? 3, 2, 1.
Lakin.
I'm the most impatient person I've ever met.
I also think my patience has drastically improved since becoming a mom.
True. I get my impatience from our mother.
We love her. I also am a very impatient person in general, but I have become a much more patient person in the last couple months.
So I want to throw in like a little generational thing here because this obviously is a generational perspective. This isn't a question, but some of the questions that have come up are like, can you recall a time where we've gotten in trouble and had to cover for each other? Like, we've never, like, had that, like, relationship because she was, like...
so much older.
So, like, but just, like, when I was getting into trouble, I want to put in quotations because, like, you know, everyone gets in their high school, like, dilemma. Like, and you were in college, like, it was never at that, you know?
Yeah, we couldn't cover for each other when I was in college.
Or, like, some of these questions where it's, like, who's better at, like, negotiating things with your parents? And it's, like, well, you know, we're not...
Yeah.
So, just want to throw that in.
That is interesting, because you Googled specifically for sisters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm so excited about this question. Who is the better karaoke singer? 3, 2, 1.
Allie.
I love this. So, fun fact. So, we both used to do theater, but I'll never say I'm a good singer, and I don't think I really am.
You are. No, that's why I said you. I think I know a lot of lyrics, which does make me a good karaoke singer. I do not have a great voice. I am not a good karaoke singer. Sam, my husband, who is a good singer, says you are a good singer.
And he wanted to get me singing lessons for Christmas one year when he had me for Secret Santa, and, like, the only reason we didn't was because Mom was like, no, it's not, like... Well, and like, I also agree, like, there's nothing I'm gonna do with that, really, realistically. But
that's just for fun.
But, like, I guess I can go back to the hobby. Like, another hobby that I would love to get into, but, like, it's not...
You do have a good voice.
Well, thank you. I feel like I always say, like, I have a theatrical voice more than I have... Because, like, you know, theater, like, it's a different type of voice.
Sure.
Than having, like, a, you know, Adele or, like, you know...
No, that's not what I mean by a good voice. You have you're not going to be Adele or Taylor Swift, but you have a good voice.
Yeah. Who's more likely to sing and dance when no one's watching? 3, 2, 1.
Lakin? I feel like
There was a question mark after both of that. It's kind of a weird one.
Yeah. But I feel like I am more likely to just, like, put on music and dance around and sing.
But I've noticed, like, you'll put on more, like, Broadway music. Yeah. Where it's, like, we're planning on having a Broadway episode. Yeah. Who's funnier?
You. That's like, we don't even have 3, 2, 1. Allie is funnier. Somebody asked me recently who makes Lila smile the most, and it's Allie.
I'm gonna cry.
She is just funny, and she makes funny faces, and Lila loves them.
Well, making funny faces and just being overall funny is not, like...
No, it's not, but you are the funnier one out of the two of us.
All I'm saying is I have been told, and I'm not joking, I have been told on 3, and I've counted them, 3 separate occasions that I should be a stand-up comedian. But I could never pull that off. Ever. Ever. There's no way.
Never say never.
Guys,
maybe
dreams.
someday.
We're gonna have a whole episode on dreams.
Dreams. Okay, that needs to be the end of this episode.